Okay, Josh, great to see you today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
A pleasure. You've come along for a little bit of a lesson.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about your goals and aspirations for this session in particular. What would you like to try and change, achieve, walk out the room looking like?
So historically, been a bit over the top and a bit of early extension. So if I could get a bit more external kind of rotation and basically get the club from a bit shallower.
Okay.
So more of a consistency, really.
Okay. And in terms of the outcome, because obviously you're talking a lot about how you think and know you swing, but in terms of the outcome, what would it be you're trying to change? The balls tend to go left, right?
So my stock shot would probably be a cut.
Okay.
I quite like a bit of a neutral. I hate to see a big hook.
Okay.
Which where I've got to now is kind of I can hit a big hook because I'm over the top and obviously club face and path, etc.
Sure.
And they just obviously disappear.
Okay. So the most destructive thing at the moment would be that kind of left going left type shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That gets me with the driver as well.
Okay.
And yeah, it's quite bad.
So if you could walk out this room with that shot disappearing and hit the ball more consistent in your eyes and straightish.
Yeah.
You don't mind if it's left to right or right to left?
No, I'm not bothered about ball flight in terms of whether it's a draw or a fade.
Just when you're straighter.
Yeah,
and
just more controllable.
finishing straighter.
Yeah.
So let's get you hitting some 7-irons to start off with.
Yep.
Obviously, we'll go at the target we've set. Just hit 5-6 away from me. Let me have a look at your movement pattern and what you do. Okay, Josh, so I've had a good look at your golf swing, the ball flight, the data, some high-speed video, and some really, really good moves. And your current handicap is kind of 11. Obviously, you've had the injury, so you're probably getting back to your, let's call it full strength.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're still a very strong 11 handicap, in my opinion. And certainly from a data point of view, you're above 11, or below 11 if you like, but achieving above 11 on pretty much all the scale.
Yeah.
The main thing we notice with your data and ball flight is, yes, you've got the left shot in you, okay? And when you look at your data, your angular approach could be more down on the ball, so your low point later, and the club face is 3 degrees close to your path. Your path is about 3 degrees from in to out, which is a degree more than I want it to be, but it's still fairly healthy. And the club face is 3 degrees close to that, which I want to reduce that somewhat by the end of today. Now, for me, the reason you do what you do, you said you come over the top. You aren't really coming over the top at the moment, but the plane could be shallower, let's put it that way. So as you swing down, there's a little bit of what we call spine moving away from the ball, a bit of extension with your upper body. Your lower half's quite good. You do tuck under, but you don't actually move towards the ball too much. It's more the spine coming away. And what that causes you then is to unload your wrists a little early. And the other thing that happens is your sternum and hips travel too much at the same pace from me towards target. So there's not enough what I call lateral separation. And that lateral separation would shallow the club and then allow you to rotate onto the golf ball later, then making your wrists, let's call it, more secure through the ball. So at the moment you get a little bit too much throw away with the wrists and the face closing and the launch angle being a touch high and that low point being just after the ball rather than 4 or 5 inches after the ball.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay, so ideally what I would want to do with you is do a little bit of work on the cores, which would be for me the transition with your body, getting your spine to work more down your rib cage as your hips move across, as opposed to together and high, so the rib cage is high and forward, and then this throwing action. But also I want to look at a lot of how your hands work through the golf ball and how the club face works through the golf ball to get that club face more secure, more consistent straight away. So we're going to do both if we can.
Perfect.
All right?
Happy days.
So what I want you to feel in transition is that your spine would go more that way, so down your trail leg as the arms go down and forward as well. So move the arms down and forward. Good. So they would go to here.
Yeah.
And the handle has that force, and then we stand up and we have that hold off feel. Okay, so let's do that again. Go to the top of the swing. And the feeling would be rib cage down the trail leg, arms down and forward, and try and get these arms really low.
Yeah.
Okay. Then from there, turn through the ball and hold it off. So a bit more into that shape there.
Yep.
Okay. Good. So just do that again on your own.
Okay. So
Down the trail leg, hands low, and then forward and hold it off. Very good. Okay. Now try a ball. Trying to feel you doing those two moves. So try and start moving that kind of down before you finish the backswing.
Okay.
and then through the golf ball, try and feel like you're going to hold it off.
So it would be.
Yeah, so
Kind
it
of
wouldn't be as literal as that,
drastic,
but
but-
you're going to feel as you get 3/4 way up, you're going to start to feel like you're going down
Yeah.
that trail leg a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of rib cage down and move your hips laterally a touch. Perfect. And then the arms will go down and forward, squeeze those arms there.
Cool.
Then turn.
Yeah, I'm just squatting into it now.
And then when you turn, it's the head up and chest up like that. We're going to do a couple more drills to help
Yeah.
you feel this more now
Yeah.
in a second.
I think if. Yeah, I've been squatting with the knees rather than.
Yeah, a little bit. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to do that with this band.
Yep.
I'm going to put this under your right foot and over your left shoulder. Take your golf setup as you would do normally. So basically make a backswing.
Yeah.
So the idea in the backswing is I want you to feel that the tension stays pretty solid.
Yep.
Doesn't change massive amounts. In the downswing, I want you to relieve the tension as much as you can. So as you come down, relieve the tension. And as you swing through, then I want you to stretch that band and increase the tension.
Yep.
Okay, so do that with a golf club in your hand. So again, backswing. Keep the tension constant. Reduce the tension as you swing down. Keep going, and then start to increase the tension. Is that a different feel?
Yeah.
Okay. So all that's missing probably from that move is making sure that we go a little lateral with the hips as we do the tension stuff.
Yep.
The tension stuff is very much working on your vertical up and down, which we
Yeah.
want more of,
Yeah.
because you're standing up. Makes you lose your lag angle, which makes you then have too shallow an angle of attack
Yeah.
and makes the club head past the hands and gives you that kind of high flippy left shot. So let's go ahead and hit a shot.
Yep.
Try and do the same thing with the band while you're hitting the shot. Okay? Very, very, very good.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Felt good, to be fair. Did some cues with the band.
Okay.
I think it's often you rush things when you're trying to change.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good. It was very good. Just do it again. Nice little rehearsal swing. Good. Good.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling that finish. You're really pushing that band
Yeah.
up. Okay. Let's do two more. Good. If you take your setup for me to a ball,
Yep.
and the first thing I want to talk to you about really is trying to feel that we release the club slightly differently.
Yep.
So what I want to think about is when you go through the golf ball, if you just hover over that ball for me and then come through and show me your normal kind of release. So what I want to try and work on is your hands being more in,
Yep.
more up a little bit, and certainly feeling that there's a little bit more heel beats toe. Okay, and then from there, we would feel that the hands work that way up to the top of your head, and this right arm stays a lot more connected.
Yep.
So it's that kind of action. So if we just go through that from the ball again, so go from here. So the idea is the hands go in, the club goes more down target line, and your bicep stays tighter to your pec, and then you let the arms fold over your head. Okay?
Yep.
So have a go at that on your own, just again from the ball forward.
So yeah, from ball forward.
Perfect. And then there. Okay? Good. All right. So this throw you in the deep end.
Yep.
Let's get you to hit one shot just with that kind of conceptual change.
Yep.
So nothing else apart from the conceptual stuff. Good. Very good. So again, just do a little practice swing alongside the ball.
Yep.
And I'm going to put this rod in here just to get you the feeling of your hands working a little bit more left through the ball. Very good. All right.
Yep.
So the idea almost is we're making your swing path go more left through impact.
Yep.
Potentially when we work on the downswing cores, the path will go a bit more right.
Okay.
So
Fine.
we should end up, hopefully, a degree less on the inside with the club face more open, but we're working on two areas of the swing to do that.
Yep.
Okay. So if you go ahead and hit a ball now, I'm going to put this rod in place again. Good. Much better.
So with that, I feel like for me to go that way, it's more of like a 3/4 sawn off finish.
Yeah. what we want to do in the finish is work more left, so you'll
Yeah.
feel it tighter.
Yeah.
Then the idea is we're going to rehinge the hands, rehinge the elbows a little
Yeah.
bit to make the finish longer.
Yep.
At the moment, if you just do it very kind of swing left and stop,
Yeah.
it'll feel very shut off and cut
Yeah.
off and short. Good. Let's do 2 more. So your path in that now is 1.6 cut across.
Yep.
So kind of what we want.
Yep.
Bit more than we want maybe, but kind of what we want. Same again. Very good. Very good.
One more, or
No, we're going to work a bit more on the club face now. So that,
Yep.
that was a bit more on the hand path,
Yep.
which ultimately will help the club face.
yeah.
But I want to really focus hard on the club face a little bit
Uh-huh.
more now, okay? So take your setup again for me.
Do you want a ball or no ball?
No ball's fine. So again, I want to really feel that we really focus on that club face, having that resistance for longer.
Yep.
So the hands working in, club face going to the right. Okay, as much as we can. Very good. All right, so just really concentrate on that in the next shot. And let's
Yep.
see what we get. Very good.
Yep.
Very good. So that one there, 1.4 path, 1.2 club face, so
Yep.
0.2 difference.
Yeah.
Exactly where we want you to be long term.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that
Okay.
just feels like really the club face is just going to target rather than left or right.
Okay, good.
That's how it.
Short term, that's definitely
Yep.
what we want to feel. Ultimately, long term, if we get the cause fixed,
Yeah.
it might be more automatic.
Yeah.
Okay, take your setup again for me and go left hand only. I'm going to move the ball away. So what I want you to be able to feel is that we're really going to feel that the handle has the force,
Yep.
and we're going to feel that this handle and club land later
Mhm.
with that heel bit's toe like that.
Little bit
And
slow.
you know, if the right hand's taking over, that's the action you're getting. So
Yeah.
we're trying to get the left hand to kind of put the force in here,
Mhm.
as opposed to the club head.
Okay.
So again, we're trying to drive this rather than throw the club head at
Yep.
the ball. So just make a little practice swing left hand only for me. And again, try and hit that ground later, and try and finish with your thumbs kind of to the ground like that.
Okay, fine.
This can rotate a little bit, no
Yep.
problem, but it's that security like that,
Yep.
just like that. Okay, and we're really trying to feel like you're swinging later. Good. Good, okay, and let's try a ball again now. 2 hands, but try and feel like that, you know, the left hand's a bit more dominant.
Yep.
And still, again, feel heel beats toe down that target line. Before each one, just do a little rehearsal.
Yep.
2 hands on if you like, but still feel the left hand is dominant. And again, it's heel beats toe, and just to here.
Yep.
And then go back to the start. Try and feel that you're imprinting that into your brain. And focus really on that one position. Good. Okay, now try a natural shot for me.
Yeah.
Josh, pretty natural. Rehearse the swing.
Yep.
So the impact feels, then the natural shot. So simple concept, just try and feel that you're swinging left and holding it off a little bit. So
Yep.
simpler golf course kind of mentality. So rehearsal and then one simple swing thought. Good. Very good. So hit more down on the ball,
Yep.
more zeroed out path.
Yep.
And the club face, yeah, slightly open.
Yeah.
Good. Good data that.
Yep.
So let's do a tiny bit more on the club face. So take your set for me, 10 ball.
Yep.
Okay, put that in between there. So I want you to hit some half shots.
Mhm.
Again, same kind of feelings. We're feeling the handle, the left hand leads, but
Yep.
I want that T-peg to point to the right as much as we can.
Okay.
I want you finished just to here.
Yep.
So we're going to stop there. And in that position, what I want to see is the hips up and forward and the chest back and the hands like that. So a little kind of 9 to 3 hold off shot, okay? And a T-peg pointing to the right. Very good. Good.
Still a bit. Could I be more?
Yeah, just exaggerate as much as you can. Really try and get that T-peg to the right. Yeah, fantastic. That's exactly what I want to see for your practice.
Yep.
Okay, you could try and feel like the hands go a bit more left as you do that. But the club face to feel exactly the same as that.
Still a bit up.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I don't mind, you know, as long as there's no curvature on it is the key thing. Good. So what I want you to do now is put it together as a full package for me. So the practice swing would kind of be full backswing, feel like the chest goes down, hands left and hold off to the finish, and then go and hit a golf ball and probably just think, okay, chest down and hold off as your 2 thoughts, 2 thoughts max. So nice rehearsal, then a hit. I want you to try and hit 5-6 shots for me.
Yep.
Just doing exactly that. Be as committed as you can. Good. So as you'll see from the screen there, Josh, obviously the white dispersion compared to your new dispersion is wider. You had some longer shots before, but now it's obviously much tighter in terms of side to side. And a little bit tighter from longest to shortest as well, which is good. Obviously, because you're doing new moves, the swing speed's probably ever so slightly less. If we look at the swing speed, so afterwards you're 86, before you're 88, so it's slightly less. So what else have we got there that's changing nicely? So your angular approach is 2 degrees more down. Your face to path is now 2.4 and your path is 1.7, whereas earlier that was 2.5 and 0.7. So the face to path relationship is narrow, the angular approach has gone down and your path's gone more left. Yeah, ultimately I don't want to lose speed, but that's the only thing that's a negative from that. So really good work. So Josh, basically what we've talked about is the main thing is through impact, you tend to be a little bit kind of moving away from the ball, unloading that lever system, and the club head just basically scooping the ball a tiny, tiny bit. Good player scoop, let's call it that. It's not a huge bad player scoop. So what I've asked you basically to do is move that low point more forward by trying to put the force more in the handle, trying to feel we hold it off more to stabilize that club face by using the T-peg in your hands to point that more to the right, and also being aware of the heel beating toe as a concept. And we've also done a tiny bit of work on your spine, then working more down in transition, while still remaining a little bit lateral to get that sequence right, to stop you then wanting to move away to shallow the club later on in the golf swing, which is a little bit of a throwback from your old swing, but you still got the body action that extends a bit, which causes some of the contact issues that you might get. You hit a few in the heel, but it's more about the directional shots. Okay. Any questions you got? Anything you want to ask?
No, I think it's pretty clear, to be fair, what we've just worked on.
It's important when you go to the golf course, you keep it very simple.
Yeah.
So you try and think possibly just in transition, kind of going down and then holding it off as two thoughts and a very good quality practice swing before you go and execute.
Yeah.